What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Apologize for the voice. I'm a little under the weather. I don't know what happened, but from yesterday to today, it got worse. So anyways, got a lot to get done today, so let's get to it.
Be able to go to the 36-volt system once I get there.
I got the X1 that I had in last week back in the shop. He took it, drove it home, and then didn't drive it for a day or two, and then he drove it yesterday, and it was misfiring. Brought it in. I pulled it apart last night. Everything I did looks good. I did find, though, after messing with it a little bit this morning, as you can see, I'm a little dirty already. And I've never seen this before, but it's got a dead spark plug. I've the 17 plus years that I've been working on cars, I've never had a spark plug just die. I know it's a thing, but I switched coil packs. I put new coil packs, and then I was like, all right, let's switch to the spark plug. Boom, misfire followed it. So apparently got a dead spark plug. Not sure what happened there. So just waiting to hear back from the customer right now to see if we're just going to replace one. I don't recommend. Or if we're going to replace all six. And if that's the case, then this is going to have to sit because I got to run up to my archery shop that I get all my archery stuff from to pick up some giveaways for tonight's or for tomorrow night's and Saturday night's Sportsman's Banquet. They sponsored us. So I'll actually probably pick up the spark plugs, pick them up on my way or on my way back or whatever. It's actually, I'm going to pass another place that has the, excuse me, that has the spark plugs in stock. So my local place doesn't have them. So these take specific spark plugs. But anyways, so we're going to let this tore apart for right now, which kind of sucks because I left it in the middle of the road because I want to pull the e30 in. But you know what? It's kind of a get together enough. We can just pull this forward. We'll pull this forward, and then we'll pull the e30 in behind it because most of the stuff I have to do is on the ground. So, all right, let's get going. All right, move this thing inside. Try not to kick mud up on it. Turn the radio off. Oh, guess not. I tried to turn the radio off. It just went to USB. There we go. All right. All right, so if you own an E30 and you have a map light mirror and you've ever had the bulbs burn out in them, they actually sell replacements. I got one right here. So this one, if you turn the key, one side works and the other side doesn't. So what we have to do here is there is a little spot on the side right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to see. You just pry down on it and this whole thing comes out like so. Alright, so this is the bulb. I'm going to try and show you guys. So you have to sneak it in right there. It goes right there, twist and lock. Okay, so it's a tight squeeze in there. You actually pivot the back side away. That actually slides out of the way, and then it goes in. So turn the key, and works. It's really, really bright right here. So, and then we're just gonna stick this back up in here somehow. Gotta put it in the right way first. That side. Come on, baby, get up in there. There it is. Little candles. Basically, so. But they work. They work now. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna pull that knee bolster out because we got the appropriate one to go in it. This thing looks OEM, but it's not. It's actually ABS plastic. The original ones were made out of like a, I don't know, a particle board or something. They all broke. They all broke, and it was annoying. But anyways, the one that's in here is actually for a late model because they had airbags and they had this like giant knee thing so that when you would crash your car, it would shatter your kneecaps. So, and you think I'm joking? I'm serious, dead serious. Like they were designed to like shatter your kneecaps. This is the dumbest thing in the world I've ever seen. So anyways, this one's being held in wrong. We got the appropriate clips to go in it. Just gotta get this thing out. This is not supposed to have, like the late models use screws. The late model cars, the airbag cars, they use screws to hold this in, which is fine. But this one is not a late model. Very far from it. So, we're just gonna pull these screws out. Because it's not the right thing. And it's not that I'm like, I'm a stickler for correct. Like, if this worked, if it didn't sag down and look like a giant pile of doggy doo-doo, I'd be like, cool, like, let it go. But you gotta, like, have a zip tie to hold it up, and it's just not, it ain't right, you know? And would you rather have something that looks like crap or make it work right? All right, so up underneath here, there's actually on the firewall, there's already a spot where this panel slides right into. It goes right in, boom. And then there's actually supposed to be, a thing on the steering column, but it's not there. So we'll have to see if we can find one somewhere. I don't know that I have any sitting anywhere, but well, I'm sure we can find one. I know some people, and I know this guy knows some people, so we'll find one. We'll get him one, but these holes were supposed to be slotted, and they're not. But all right, so these little things that go in here, they're just little, like, you're like, oh, it's a flathead, but it's actually not. I think it was originally designed to be use a quarter, but they're a little twist lock, just a quarter turn. So anyways, they go in a certain way, and these are the updated version. The original didn't have the extra around. It was just as big as like the dented part, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, try and get this up into place. And it's been really annoying because I've been like kicking the other one. Like every time I get out, I'm like stinking hitting it. I just broke that. See, these break. Good thing I have 2 extras. And now we are going to be removing these headlights and installing, not new, but new to him, Euro headlights. So we need to wire the Euro city light, and we need to wire the different connectors for these lights. So But first things first, I need to pull these apart. All right, so we're gonna just yip this thing off. So there's 3 wires that go to the low beam on a seal beam setup because one of the wires jumpers it across to the high beam. So when you activate the high beam, it would activate the low beam because it's a dual beam bulb. But we're actually not going to be using that because if you try and use that, it freaks out and then your lights stay on all the time. Your high beams anyways. So we are just going to be wiring so like that you have a low beam and a high beam. On the late model cars, there's actually a way to make it so that you can have your fog lights on all the time, which is pretty cool. But it was only certain cars, and then the only other way to do that would be to basically rewire the fuse box. And I've done it. But it's a headache and it's not worth the time. So, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Anyways. Alright, I gotta cut this one back too. Come on, peel. I don't know what electrical tape they used back in the 80s, but boy, it's some crazy stuff. Could probably hold together the space shuttle. Anyways, here we go. So, I ordered pigtails for this, to do this, because I need them for the city light, and they haven't shown up. So, kind of bummed about that, because I need them. Because I don't have any. I used to part out a lot of cars, and so I would have extras laying around or whatever. But because like you don't need this specific, like you need this specific one, but it actually they use the same style connector on different cars, on newer BMWs. So, yeah. Anywho. But we're just going to shrink this down a while. Looking cool. We're actually going to try something I've done it before, but not the way I'm about to do it here. So, I have HIDs to go in. And normally you have to like drill holes in the back covers and this, that, and the other thing, but we're not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be doing something different. You'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't allow moisture in. Oh, these are already. Oh, that's nice of them. I didn't have to. Okay. I like to twist my wires. Probably sounds weird. It's just not everybody likes to do it. I like to twist them, and then these, I bend them over because it seems like they're going to be a little small. If not, we'll just unbend and trim them. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Mana. Do. Okay, there you go. Oh boy. Alright, so we need positive to negative. Goes like that. Because it's labeled on here. Oh, let's see. Like this. Okay. This is your HID ballast. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to coil this all up, and I'm going to zip tie this down there. But for the time being, I want to just get this stuff hooked up. We'll get the bulbs in, and we're just going to kind of like set everything here to make sure it's all working. We're going to zip tie all that up. Hang on a second. So these take H1s, but they go in like this. Then there's this fancy little clip thing. Goes like this. And that's it. It's the only thing that holds that in. Just like that. Same thing over here. Slide this in. Oh, 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 that's thrown there. Oh, there we go. Slide it in, make sure everything's in right, and kapow. That little retainer clip is the only thing that holds it in there. So now I just want to connect these and power to power. I can tell you one thing though, if you're ever trying to figure out if these are working, don't ever try and disconnect them while they're on. Boy, does that hurt. Little zapperoo, don't hurt nobody, I guess, right? But not for me. I've done it enough times to know now. Don't do it. Oop. Okay, so we're just gonna set these here. I'm gonna go and fire them up. All right, let's see if they work. Are they on? Can you guys tell me if they're on? Uh-oh. Oh, the high beams are on. Duh. There we go. There we go. It works. Got our low beam. So the only thing we need to do yet is going to be wire the city light, which we'll have to wait till the pigtails come for that. Okay, it's hard to see but they're on, they work. High beams work. We now have to go run somewhere, probably grab lunch while we're out. But when we come back, we're gonna finish the X1. All right, we're back from Weaver's Archery. Picked up what I needed to pick up. We also picked up the spark plugs for the X1, so that's what we're gonna do now. Gonna go ahead and get them installed so we can get this thing out of here. And then back to the e30 and messing with that. Yeah, so here we go. So just removing the spark plugs at this point. Just kind of doing two at a time. That way I don't go back across. And if you look at these plugs, alpha focus. I mean, they don't look bad. I've seen worse, but I don't know. But that one's dead. That one ain't firing it whatsoever. So definitely dead. It's weird. I ain't never had one die. All right, putting this back together now. Just gonna kind of put it, excuse me, slightly back together, and then we're gonna fire it up. All right, let's fire it up. It sounds much happier already. Happier? I don't even know what I just said there. Let it run. Let's let it run here for a minute and see how she goes. Just in the meantime, throw this stuff back on here. Okay. A moment of truth. A moment of truth. Well, I guess it's not really the moment of truth. Give her a couple revs. Cleared the coats. Sounds so much happier. Let it get warm here. See if it'll do anything dumb or something. Let's put the what'd you guys do with the other parts? Here we go. Strip this back in there. I need this. Fire in the hole. Tighten this. Good there. Put the cap back on. Put this on. Okay, got this on now. I'm just gonna. Oh, that's right. That one's busted. I got a screw that goes here. This gets plugged in over here. So this goes over here, I believe. Okay, that goes there. This goes over here. The phone's coming out. You just gotta put these in without stripping them or dropping them in the engine, basically. One, two, three. You don't want to impact on that. Here's 4, but this one's stripped, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that one's stripped. And then I did find this one. I'm going to put this one in here. Hold it down. I'm gonna plug this in. And then this guy goes in over here. But he's kind of broken. He kind of just sits there. Set that there. This goes over here. Okay, there. And then this is There it is. Did I miss? I did miss it. I did. I did. Okay. I think it's good. Grab all my tools. Okay, so you're probably wondering why there is a pick in this door. And I got another pick. Well, it's because the key is broke off in the lock cylinder. The customer broke it off. And I have one thing, one rule. Like it is always a rule, no matter what E30 I drive or own or whatever. You never use the door locks. The keys are super old and they break. And even if you get a new one, I've seen new keys break. So it's imperative that if you need to lock your car, you do it from the trunk because it has central locking. I fought with this for a while and I couldn't believe it. It actually started to come out. And if you haven't figured it out, this is a voiceover because I forgot to hit the power on my microphone. So I got it out. And again, number one rule is don't use the door lock. You're going to break your key. Okay, so we are going to be installing this Euro plate filler. Maybe. There we go. But the problem is, here in the US, we use 4 holes. In the UK, or Europe, whatever you want to call it, they use 2 holes. So, the only way to mount this is you have to line this up pretty good, get it kind of centered, and then, see, this one doesn't have it. Some of the aftermarket ones actually have extra hole, like have the spot for it, but, so we'll have to pull these out and then basically like pull the carpet on the inside and mark it and then drill them and put them back on. Pop these back in. I've done different things in the past. I've actually covered these up and drilled new holes and then used a different way of mounting it because I thought it was cool. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter. So, anyways, the real question is, what's the right way to mount this, you know? Like, oh, does it go up here? Does it go down there? I don't know. So, as you can see, these things, they come through and they get all boogered up. So, what I'm going to do is grab a pair of pliers and push them through. So, if you guys watch, I'll push these through. Maybe. They might be too far gone. I might have to buy new ones. There it goes. You see that? And kapow. So now, like I said, we got those holes opened up. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it in here. Kind of get it where I want it. And then I'm going to use a paint marker to mark it. And then I'll use a step bit, most likely, to drill them out until they're the right size. So as you can see, those are the 4 spots I got to drill. Okay, so we got some holes drilled. This one got a little big on us, but that might be okay. So now I'm gonna take my best two, stick them back in here. Ta-da. Moment of truth. Did I do it right? There it is. That's it. Okay, next thing is we need to wire this box in for the lock unlock. Gotta try and understand this stuff. Working on making this pigtail longer for this keyless entry. Just got a connector with a eyelet on the end, and then yeah, anyways, it's connected to the box. We just need a constant power because we're just trying to make the doors lock and unlock because we don't have an indicator light or nothing like that. So I'm gonna set this somewhere it's not gonna catch on fire. Right, so just want to route this so that it's nice and neat. And we got a 13 over here. Just take this off. Take the washer off. Just gonna slide this on there. Put it back on. Basically gonna do the same thing for the ground. Since it's only going right here. Strip my wires back. Spin them. Fold them. Alright. Stick them in this thing. And then, since this one's, there we go, like that. Weird thing is, this is not the appropriate ground strap aftermarket, but it'll work. We'll make it work. I wish I had another washer. Let me see if I can find a washer real quick. Let me see if I can find one. Hang on a second. Found a washer. I'm gonna slide this thing on here now. I forgot I wanted to ask you guys, how'd you guys, if you guys liked yesterday's video, or you want to see more of something else, like what do you guys want to see more of? Oh, I kind of want that to go underneath there. That's okay. Oh, let's pull it off. I'm currently, since I'm not buying that toolbox, I'm currently looking at trying to find a jet boat for the summer here to run. See, I can't put it back there because I don't have enough. I should have put more wire on this. Anyways, trying to find a jet boat to run for the summer. Since I sold my other one, I have some plans that involve a jet boat. I think this is on backwards. This is the third time we're gonna do this. Then third time's a charm, right? So let's do it that way. I like that better. Let's do it that way. Anyways, got some turkey hunting coming up. Our season doesn't start till like May, I think. So heading to South Carolina for the first time ever to hunt turkeys. Let's see if we can get one down there. Shoot, I never even shot one here, so it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. It will be a good time. I need the wires that are in here. Back you guys up a minute. Here. Figured you guys wanted to see what I'm doing, see what I'm looking at. So I gotta go grab a 7 or a 6, take this off so I can get to this lock actuator. Alright guys, I got a little distracted. I had to go get my son from the babysitter, but we're back. We are back, and trying to figure this all out here, because I'm hooking it up the way it's supposed to be hooked up, and it still ain't working. So I don't understand what's going on, why it don't want to work. I got a pretty awesome notification. One of the guys I follow on YouTube, Skiff Guy, commented on my stuff today. Dude, I appreciate it. Thank you. See, that should have done something. Anyways, really do appreciate it, Anthony. If you see this video, if you make it this far. But anyways, trying to figure this out. It's not making any sense. Why it's not based on the wiring. All these wires are the same. Like if it's got a like, okay, orange and black and orange, like that's just your unlock and your lock. Yellow and black, it's your unlock and your lock. The only thing that's not is like these down here. These are like the alarm and the lights, like if you want to make your turn signals go and stuff. So that's what doesn't make any sense. Man, yeah, I wish you guys have no idea. Like my throat's killing me right now. I want to throw in the towel and just go in the house, but I want to figure this out. That should lock it right there. Click it, click. I don't know what the triple. And I feel like there's parts missing to this because I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to the comments for this one. What do you guys think it is? What am I doing wrong? It should be tapped into there. And it should make it go kapow, kapow. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can just see like pow. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It locks. It unlocks. My brain's not functioning right now because I can't think. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm dying right now. That X1 kind of put us behind because I wasn't planning on working on that today, and then it took a little bit longer than it should have because I had to go get the spark plugs for it versus them getting delivered to the shop. But I also had to go get something else. So we did get something else in. These wheels and tires got dropped off. A buddy of mine asked me to dismount the tires because he wants to take these wheels and get them stripped, and then he's gonna have them, I guess, polished. And he asked me, and I was like, dude, I don't know anywhere. Holy crap, it is pouring. I wish you guys could hear it. Like, it's on the roof. It's just like pouring right now. Anyways, so I need to take these off for him, which is, it's not going to be fun, but I'm trying to hook them up. So, I don't know. They should come off pretty easy though. Well, I say that, but they're I think they're E-rated tires or F-rated. I don't know. But we'll leave that for another day. Tomorrow evening we got the sportsman's banquet. I'm hoping my voice comes back because I'm the MC, and I gotta be able. I mean, granted, I'll have a mic, but I feel like if I sound like this, people are gonna be like, whoa. But I ain't sick. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. So, but I want to thank you guys for hanging out today and watching all my videos. If you're new to the channel, this is gonna be every day. So come hang out. Comment what you want to see. I do a little bit of everything here. Next week, sneak peek for next week, we're gonna do some exhaust on a diesel truck. We're gonna end up doing exhaust on another truck. Actually, it was here the other day. We got to work on a Porsche. There's a light issue. We got a bunch of stuff. And once the weather breaks, there's going to be more boat stuff. I promise you. We got a turkey hunt coming up in South Carolina. So all kinds of stuff coming up. This channel is really going to be a little bit of everything. I really wanted it to be more of an outdoorsy thing, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just do every day, and it is what it is. You know, one day I'll get to this thing over here. Check that. I mean, it's covered in stuff right now, but I gotta pull the motor off of this log splitter. So I got a pile of stuff to do. But anyways, again, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.